I'm I'm really shaking right now. Because I don't know what else to do. In 2014, I was homeless. I was out living somewhere else in the United States of America, and I tried to take my own life. The reason, the reason why I did this is from, is from a serious, it's from a series of bad choices, and, and a lifetime of 20s of years of being abused. When I was 17 in 2006, I contacted Department of Social Services when my mother started charging at me and clawing my eyes out with her nails, started swiping at me. And I took her and I restrained her hands. And I made sure that my face, nothing else was going to be injured or anything. And I'd gotten the Jeep that I was driving at the time. And I went to the only people I knew who could help me, and that was a classmate of mine. That was his parents. And for 2 weeks I stayed with them while I contacted social services, and they saw me like right now. They saw this. They saw stuff that you can't fake, man. When it's nights of this, you can't fake this, man. You can't fake this. You can't fake when you get pushed against a wall. You can't fake when you just get pushed up. You can't fake this. And I went to them because no one would believe me. I knew that no one would believe me. And sure enough, no one believed me. And for 2 weeks I stayed with them, and they told me that I needed to get out, and I didn't. It was my senior year. I had college up ahead in a few months to go there for summer, start playing college football, and I just looked forward. I looked at that moment. I said, I just do it, man. And and that was one of the worst choices I made. I was just sweeping stuff under a rug, man. And now I'm 27, and the signs were all there. Everything was all there. Everything from the manipulation, the pathological lying, the emotional abuse, it was all there. It was all there. It was there the whole time. And I read an article the other day, and it just opened my eyes. It opened my eyes so much that I gave up alcohol within 98 hours. So for 98 hours, I've been sober. And it made me realize that the stuff that was going on was not healthy. It was not right, and I was falling into alcohol because it was just so destructive. It was nothing but a narcissistic personality, a narcissistic mother that was doing everything possible in her way to go out there and make people believe that the abuse is not happening in this house when it really is. And I've been pushed to a point that I don't want to be homeless. I've been homeless for 1.5 years. And all that did was open another gateway to more drugs and more alcohol, and more me living out there on the streets. And at that the flip side being said, I'm done living in this household. I'm done. I can forgive my abusers. I won't forget, but I can forgive my abusers. But the more I stay here, the more I can't forgive myself for even allowing this kind of unhealthy destructiveness in my life. This is why I'm starting a Kickstarter page right now. Please, if you are out there, I don't care if you have $1, if you have $2, if you have $5, I'm only putting a limit at 1,000, and all that does is just help me get out of here, not be homeless, not go through that 1.5 years in my life either. Because I have an undergraduate college degree, and I've got part of my master's work done. And what it does is give me a chance to get out of here in a sensible way. I know that things have gotten so rough. And I've been so rough on myself, but I've been pushed to that point that now, even if it takes my image and the rest of the world doing this, man, I'm standing for what's right. Abuse is not right, whether it's emotional, physical, it's not right. It is not right, bar none. And I know that no one will ever believe me other than my counselor, my therapist who I have now, who is actually seeing this, is actually believing me, and that family that took me in when I was 17, when I should have just been fostered out, and I shouldn't even put myself in this situation. And this is why I've now been pushed to the point now that I finally have my abuser recorded, on recording. I have everything there. I have all the evidence there. This abuser, because abusers will do this, they'll go out there and they'll scapegoat you, and they'll make you question your own sanity. They'll have people, by them being completely something different out there, they'll have them believe that things are all hunky dory or whatever, or they're definitely not an abuser. They'll make them think that they're the victim. This is how I know that I've been abused, because I've been the abuser. I admittedly confess that. Thank God I'm not a physical abuser, but I've been an emotional abuser. And right now, if you are a female watching this and I've ever been in a relationship with you, forgive me. I ask for your forgiveness. And that being said, that didn't just fall out of the sky. I learned it from the first woman of my life. So, this woman who went around and said that I had a mental illness, I went to one of the top psychiatric places, 24/7 observation, July 26th to August 2nd, 2014, not shortly after trying to kill myself. Out of everything schizophrenic, bipolar, out of everything that this person, that my abuser has ever told anybody else of what I was doing or who I was or whatever, this is what the official diagnosis came back for. Anxiety problem. June 21st to July 8th. Look at these diagnoses. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And your diagnosis was drug-induced mental disorder. When I was coping with the abuse that was happening to me and with the abusive past that I had. I'm asking anybody out there, please watch this video, and please, I'm just setting it at $1,000, and I promise you, whether I make it in acting, modeling, or just a career teaching children, and ensuring that this doesn't happen to them, that I don't turn out just like them, and that somebody out there actually believes them when they say this stuff, please, man, by helping me, you are helping so many people, because you're helping me reach them. And one of my big dreams in making and acting and modeling, that even in itself is a big dream. But one of my biggest dreams is to start a foundation for children that have a place, that have a safe haven to go to, that have a refuge, so we can prevent homelessness, we can prevent abuse, we can prevent all these things from happening if we catch it early on in life. So they don't have to live on rocks and eggshells every day of their life as somebody's child that they chose to bring into this world, and they catch the blame for it when somebody is an emotional abuser, is a pathological liar, is a narcissistic mother. I know there's a few people out there, and maybe many will criticize, condemn, or judge me for this. But when you get pushed to this point, dude, and you've been living a life, it's like Albert Einstein said. He said it best. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting a different outcome. I would be insane to keep this to myself anymore, because I believe that's what separates people that actually kill themselves and people that don't. That people that luck out like I did, that it didn't happen. Those people could have reached out, but their abusers were making them live in fear, making them do all these things to keep them in silence about the wrongs that are happening. No, I would be insane to keep doing that. I would also be insane to go homeless again, like for a year and a half on and off like I did, and expecting me to make $1 million overnight. That's insane. Also, let's go one more on that one. What's really insane is me staying in this household, me acting like things are going to be fine between my parents and I, and when they're abusive, and they're not. They're just not. So please, help me break that insane cycle, and please get me started up with $1,000 so I have an apartment near a bar or a job anywhere that's above that, and I can pay the first month's rent, down payment, and then I can just get out there on my own, start making up my money to get my license back, get a car, and do things this way. Because people that are abusers and people that are emotional manipulators, they love you to be dependent on them, and I'm done with that, man. I can't take that much more stress in my life anymore. Please.